Yo, welcome to the Big Al Podcast. It's your boy, Big Al. We in the building, we in the building, we in the building. So all my people out there, give me a hell yeah and a cheer. But welcome to this glorious day. I had to come on, of course you know, about the breaking news about Karl Anthony Towns traded to the New York Knicks. Not, I won't say surprised or not surprised, but the trade, him going to the Knicks, I think that improves the Knicks, but I think Minnesota's about to go in on Najee Reed. He proved last year he was a vital piece. He played in the post and he could shoot 3-pointers. I like Karl Anthony Towns, but he plays kind of soft. And what I mean by soft, it's like he wants to go out to the 3-point line and shoot the 3-pointer. Man, you a body bang with the big boys. Ain't no wrong with shooting a 3-pointer, big man. We got to get back to banging in that post again. We got to get back to those low posts because in playoff atmosphere, you need that. You need those low post players that can get easy buckets because sometimes the 3-point shots don't be on every night unless you Steph Curry. But other than that, or Clay, but you're not going to be on every night. So in return, Minnesota's going to get my boy DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. I already knew when they made the trade for Mikal Bridges that Julius Randle was expendable, as they had the Villanova Knicks and DiVincenzo was going to have to take a reduced role with the team. So that kind of how he got thrown up in the trade. But it's a blockbuster trade, and we only like about a month and a half for NBA season. So it was a shocker to me that trade went down like that, but all it did is make, to me, the Timberwolves better, and now you can see Anthony Edwards really put on the show. You can really see him now. He's going to be the leader of the team. I think his points is going to go up now, and the other players that he has is going to be better, but with Julius Randle, you got a banger that's going to bang in the post. He likes to shoot the 3 too, but he's going to go in the post, and he doesn't go to the left. But you don't need to because they got Reed, you got Goldberg, not an offensive threat, but a defensive threat. But all he got to do is bring the same mentality he had with the Knicks over to Minnesota, especially coming off them beating the Denver Nuggets. You can't beat that with a ball bat. But, shout out to the New York Knicks making that blockbuster trade. Come on, bring some of that New York Knicks glory back. So I know you New Yorkers love your New York Knicks. Y'all love the Knicks. I know y'all love them. Yes, indeed. And then we're going to get in tap to some of the football games we got going today. You got the Packers and the Vikings. I'm going for the Packers. And the reason I'm going for the Packers is I'm a Packers fan. Jordan Love is back. He missed 2 games with a high ankle sprain. Malik Willis took over as the backup quarterback. He really did this thing and kept us above water, but now we got Love back. He's going to show you why he got that money he got, because he's a bad man. He's going to put on the show this year, and I won't be surprised if we be the running for the MVP of the football league. Next game we got up today, we got the Broncos and the Jets. I'm going with the Jets, and I'm picking them on my DraftKings, so I'm just saying the games that I'm picking for my DraftKings bet slip. So I'm going with the Jets here. Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing Aaron Rodgers football like he would play with Green Bay, but for sure he's playing good offense with a team that's got a good defense. And I think they'll be in the mix, in the AFC mix. I kind of changed the guard up a little bit. I didn't know what the Jets was going to be. Aaron Rodgers coming back off the Achilles tear, just doing pretty good. So I'm going to pick the Jets over the Broncos. Broncos got that Bo Nix, that rookie quarterback. So let's just see how that goes. But I'm going with the Jets here. Saints, Falcons. This one, I'm going to have to go with. This is a tough pick, but on my DraftKings, I went with New Orleans. They're the hot team. And don't get me wrong, I like the Falcons. Atlanta got weapons. They took KC to the limit last Sunday night football, but I just think that New Orleans is it. Then they got Kamor, the stud running back. You see what he did with the over Dallas, ran for 4 touchdowns. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna roll with New Orleans over Atlanta because you know my boy got that big contract with the Falcons, but we only win one playoff game. But I ain't mad at you. Get your money, but you only won one playoff game. Just let that sink in there. So that's who I'm rolling with on my DraftKings. So let's see who else is playing. We got the Eagles and the Buccaneers. I don't know something about the Philadelphia's identity. They're not like the team that went to the Super Bowl. It's like just something different. Even though they got Saquon Barkley, um, like it's different. I'm gonna have to go. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this one. I like Baker Mayfield. Since last year, he really stepped his game up, quarterback wise. So this one on my DraftKings, I'm going with the Buccaneers. Bengals and the Panthers. Damn, Bengals, you ain't got a win yet. Cincinnati, you got to get a win. I want to pick you, but I'm gonna have to go with you. I'm gonna pick you on my DraftKings bet. I'm pretty sure y'all can beat the Panthers. Andy Dalton, the old Cincinnati quarterback, will be starting, I believe, in that game. Joe Burrows, I hope Chris Canty wasn't right as he was saying your best day is behind you. I still think Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league. He played 2 solid good games. It just, I don't know, maybe the defense got to do some stop. You got to stop. Defense got to have some crucial stops for you to win games. Because you can score back and forth, but this is where we score that last touchdown, that last field goal, who's got that one more point than you have. So this all is on the defense. Cincinnati defense, come on, I gotta buckle up. I'm not a Cincinnati fan. My wife and my mother are Cincinnati fans. Buckle up, Cincinnati. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick you on my DraftKings bet. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. All right, we got Jaguars and the Texans. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one. Jaguars. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence to hit that 3rd year skid per se, or is he really mentally into the game? But I'm still going to roll with him as one of the top quarterbacks too. He's struggling. Maybe we need to get some wide receivers over there. Some trade, get you some wide receivers, or in this upcoming year's draft, get you some wide receivers. Get them in some weapons, just like they did with the Texans. Texas did when they got Stephon Diggs over there. Now he's doing his thing. He's not sitting there complaining or whining. As you know, not to get off the subject about Josh Allen's presser he did, talking about they got players that don't care about stats and they're playing the game the right way. So we know that's a dig at Stephon Diggs. But check this out, reality check. When Stephon was on the team, y'all was in the mix. Y'all was in the AFC Championship game. Y'all just couldn't get past Kansas. So sometimes when you in those type of relationships, it's one of those things where you need to grab your player. Come on, wide receiver. Let's have a chat. We all know wide receivers are prima donnas. But Stephon Diggs playing with this young batch of guys. I don't see that in him this year. He's playing the game the right way. He's not complaining about, oh, I ain't got this many catches. If you open, you open. He's going to get open. So I'm going with the Texans over the Jaguars. Steelers and the Colts. This is a game that I don't want to see. Anthony Richardson. I got really high hopes for this guy. In the near future, 3 or 4 years from now, Indiana Colts is going to be in the mix. But I like the Steelers. But I'm picking Steelers on my DraftKings base. I'm picking the Steelers. Justin Fields, keep doing your thing. I believe in you. I was talking to my dad about Justin Fields. He fits the Pittsburgh system. He can run the ball. When the play break down, what they do, pound the ball, and you throw. That's the Pittsburgh way and playing tenacious defense. So he fits the system. He's in. Russell Wilson, I think your time is up. You might want to go back and kiss the babies. And Russell Wilson's career is not done yet. If Justin Fields get hurt, he'll still get the playing time if he gets hurt. But if Justin Fields stay healthy, I see Pittsburgh winning the North. So on this pick, I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Indiana Colts. Rams and the Bears. This is a toss up here, but if I really got to pick on my sheet, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Rams. Matt Stafford, Super Bowl winning quarterback. I see him going ahead and winning. Caleb Williams. I don't think he's going to be a bust. Just give him some more games into the season. Let him get acclimated to the NFL. Like I said, he's still young. He's playing against a grown man. This is something he's got to get used to. So I think as the season progresses and the line gets better, he will get better. He will get better with his decision making and better on the checkdowns. You can see the potential he has, but this game, I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams. Next game, Commanders and the Cardinals. Man, now this one I didn't pick on my DraftKings, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the Washington Commanders. I'm rolling with them. I like Jake Daniels, and what I seen him out of the Monday Night Football with the Cincinnati Bengals, he is a stud. And the coach that he got, that he's an offensive wizard, so he fits with them. So I'm going with Jay Daniels. I'm going with the Commanders. I like the Cardinals. I think they're still gonna be in the mix, and I got them winning out there in the West. NFC West, I got them because of the 49ers are struggling. So I'm going with the Cardinals on this one. I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. If I had to pick on my pick, but I didn't pick them, I'm going with them to win the West, but I think they're going to lose this game. Patriots and 49ers. Patriots still got their defense way, like their Belichick way, so, and 49ers, they're still kind of banged up. I think McCaffrey's still out. Let me check if he's still playing. Well, McCaffrey's still out on the injury list, and they got the Mason running back starting. I think Deebo Samuels is questionable, but I'm going with New England on this one. I'm going with New England just because of the defense. I think that they can bring that defense prowess to today. I think they could beat the 49ers. Kind of be an upset. 49ers struggling, but they both got the same record, 1-2, 1-2. 49ers coming off the Super Bowl. They're struggling, and the injuries are piling up. But I'm going with the Patriots on this one. Browns and the Raiders. Devontae Adams is ruled out this game. So I'm going with the Browns. Deshaun Watson, get your shit together, man. I got you on my DraftKings. Come on and win the game. Win it for your boy. You've been struggling still. And on cases that you've been getting or accused of, let's focus on football. It's not the same Deshaun Watson that played with the Texans some years ago. You have the potential. Let's get it together. Let's show why you was a top pick in the draft. Let's show why you dominated in Houston, even though you let Kansas City come back 30 something in the playoffs a couple of years ago. But I ain't even gonna hold it against you, player. New day, new team. So I'm going with the Browns over the Raiders. Then we got the Chiefs and the Chargers. Man, since Harbaugh took over the Chargers and they got rid of a lot of guys on that team, but man, it's like they believe in him. They believe in Harbaugh, and Harbaugh is a great coach. He took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, was in 2012, so he's a good coach. And he would have took Michigan to a championship game. You know, we had to leave, which I understand because it was going to get a big suspension. And he's turning that Chargers organization around. Chargers, they always have the team, but they had to restructure the team. And then now they got young guys that's doing their thing. But on this one, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. They got that guy Worthy. That's a bad man. And they got back Kareem Hunt, another good running back. And I think he's really going to fit into the system. He's going to put a lot of pressure out for Kelsey. Kelsey's kind of struggling this year, but Kelsey's older too. But when it comes into the big plays, believe me, Kelsey will be there. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. And Justin Herbert still have that problems with that high ankle sprain. So I think he's questionable. He may play the game. So we'll just see how that goes up. Bills and the Ravens. Man, I got the Bills. Ravens finally got a win last week. They hit the stride with Henry running the ball. Like, I was wondering when he was going to have that breakout game. He had the breakout game. Him and Lamar Jackson running that ball. But we got to do a little more passing. So I'm going to go with the Bills. Bills is another team that's a shocker to me with the losses that they got, but their defense is still defensive. So, and with Von Miller, the veteran, still there, and he's anchoring the defense. This is why they're winning games and allows Josh Allen sit back and rest and get on the field, and he's fresh. He's got different targets he can go to instead of having to go to Stephon Diggs, which is not there no more, which gives me back to that press conference. And I don't think it was a dig at Diggs. I just think he was just saying, like, I still can play with the talent I got. So you just got to give me a chance. But shout outs to the Buffalo Bills doing their thing. So we got a Monday night game here. Okay, then we got a double hitter for the Monday night games. You know, my pick, Dolphins and the Titans. I'm going with the Titans to get their first win. I don't know if the Dolphins going to throw the season in, and Tua's future is up for debate. Of course, against the Buffalo Bills, and of all people, Damar Hamlin, he ran into Damar Hamlin that caused his concussion, his third or fourth concussion with his fingers doing some weird things. So now he's been put on the injured reserve list. So I don't know if he's going to retire or not. You know, the game of football, people love it. But it could be a dangerous sport. It's a contact sport. But I got a feeling that he will come back sometime during the season. But with the quarterback situation that's going on, I think Skyler got hurt. I don't know if he's playing or not. I'm going to check, see if he's playing. See who's the starters here. Let's see who's the starting quarterback. Well, I guess he won't be starting. I don't have a clue. So they got the third string quarterback. So I'm about to go with the Titans for their first win of the season on that Monday night double hitter. And you got Seahawks and the Lions. The Lions is not a surprise anymore because everybody's prepared for them now. So I'm going with the Seahawks. That's what I'm going with the Seahawks. And that's my DraftKings picks for the NFL. So now I'm going to get into some other news. Not other news, but something me and my barber was talking about. We were talking about some like 90s rap. We were talking about like in the 90s, like especially in New York. My boy Meech, gets my cut. We were talking about New York rappers, and we were talking about the top rappers up in New York. As you know, everybody, they always say the Jigga Man, Jay-Z, was one of the top rappers where they has him as the GOAT. But to me, I like Jay. Jay is good. And then I want to address this on my pod, and my boy, he's gonna come on my show and we're gonna really get in depth with it. He's gonna come on, my boy Meech, my barber. He's from Buffalo, New York, and he's gonna really break it down. He's gonna really get him his insights because he's a New York guy. He's gonna really break down the New York hip hop scene. But we all came to agreements like DMX was one of the best rappers to come out of New York City, far as like being a top star. Jay was bland. Jay was kind of like consistent. He was consistent, but DMX, the man, he was a character. He Ral and Bart. And his first two back-to-back albums was killers, man. He had the song with Mason, The Locks, Niggas That Started Something, Rough Riders Anthem, Get At Me, Dog, How's It Going Down, Slipping and Falling. Like, man, my guy was on fire. He went and hit back-to-back albums. X is one of the greatest. And let's get the lyrical aspect out of it. Because Jay, okay, he's lyrical, but when it comes to music, when you're in the club, you want to go in the club and dance. And Jay, he's got good dance music and stuff. And Volume 2 was his best album to date. And Kanye saved him with his beats because Volume 3 wasn't all that. It kind of like, Throw Your Hands Up was one of the best songs on there. And you had few good joints on there. But when he came with Rock Lock Familiar album and the Blueprint album, it was Kanye all over it. Because just face it, Young Duro, he's whack. He's not a good producer. He's not better than my dude Dan Grease, the guy that was the architect of DMX, along with Swiss Beats. So I just wanted to address that, and my homie gonna be on here in a week or so. He's gonna be talking about that. But we just had to get that out there. X was better. X was the dude. And just hearing him be with other top dogs on his songs, like he just come back, be the last one to rap on the song, and then he just, tear that shit up. And I talked to one of my little young bulls, and he said he went to a Hard Knock Life concert with DMX in it. And, he rapped and he got everybody hyped. He said his prayer, you know what I'm saying? He was a prayer guy, and I feel him on that because he had a hurt soul, but he brought that to us to see. No matter what the problems he had as far as in his personal life, his music is timeless. So shout out to my boy X. I had to put that on there because me and my boy, we was talking about that. We was, talking about the best New York rappers, and we're going to talk about the 95 Source Awards on an upcoming show. But just to give you an insight of the 95 Source Awards, as you see, Suge Knight got on stage. He said what he said about Puff. And man, it was crazy. And my homie, my barber, was telling me about it. Him seeing it firsthand, it was like it was about to get crazy because you got guys like they wanted the word to rush the stage and whoop on Suge's ass. And as you see those guys, the Death Row section wasn't a whole lot of them, but you had a whole lot of boroughs from the New York representing, and of course the boos that they booed when Snoop got on stage. And Snoop Dogg kind of saved the day on that, but I ain't gonna be too privy on that one to say a whole lot on it because I'm gonna let the homie explain that when he come on. But let's just say he calmed a lot of them New York rappers down because it was about to go down, down, down. It was about to be on like Donkey Kong. I had to, spin on that. And I want to talk about the Vince McMahon docuseries. Please check that out. I have a show following next week, and my cousin Glenn's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk about that docuseries, the Vince McMahon docuseries on Netflix. As you know, he was the leader behind the sports entertainment, running the WWE, as we say it now, the old WWF, bought it from his dad, and sucked up all the top talent from the top territories and expanded. But my cousin, him living in that era. He's a little older than me, so it's gonna be great to have him on. He's gonna give a perspective for how it was back then because I'm a little young. I'm 42, so I seen a little bit of the expansion, but I was a little kid. But he was older than me. He's seen it, and we're gonna really get in depth because he's a big wrestling fan. So we're gonna have an episode about that where he come on and we'll discuss the wrestling talent. We're gonna that Vince got, and we're gonna discuss this docu series. But I just want to get on. Hope you tune in. This is Big Al. Love, peace, and happiness. We out.
Crazy Carl Anthony.